Welcome to another edition of What You Meme News. I'm your amazing host here in Crystal Clear, and I just want to say, you all owe me a motherfucking apology. I was right about everything. I've been right about everything, and I remain right about everything, okay? We told you that the fallen angels, that Satan runs this world, and what did you do? You sponsored him. Huh? You sponsored Lucifer. Oh, and to call yourself a Christian. All of you took the mark of the beast and you didn't care if your God agreed or not. You put a pedophile in office. You didn't care if your God agreed or not. You forsook them children. Honey, you forsook and saved them goddamn kids. All because you wanted a proper slave master to rule over you? Man, I hate this world. There's no excuse. Man, let me tell you something. I personally feel like everybody should be prosecuted and executed for how y'all have treated all of the smart, empathetic people who have been taking care of you. From here on out, you can't say a veteran is protecting you. You can't say a veteran is fighting for your country. No, because the only people fighting for your country are the conspiracy theorists or the so-called. Or let me rephrase that. The only people fighting for your freedom are the truthers. The truthers, the only people out here telling the goddamn truth. And as of today, did y'all see all the liars and the narcissists that we have literally exposed by letting them support this fool? Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are disgusting. Y'all are so fucking disgusting. It's not even funny. And I don't even chalk it up to you being stupid. No, y'all are just evil and y'all are pedophiles as well. You see, when you enable a pedophile, you provide for a pedophile. So then, therefore, you're a pedophile too. Okay? And everything that we ever said was true is true. And everything that y'all been doing is a motherfucking lie. Ooh, you know how hard it is to get white folks to say they sorry and apologize. This one of them moments like, you know what? Maybe raisins don't belong in the potato salad. Yeah, I'm still pissed about that goddamn potato salad. But anyway, listen. We tried to tell y'all monkey asses. We did. We tried to tell you. You didn't want to listen. You wanted to worship Satan. You wanted to get your Donald Trump. You wanted to get your street cred so fucking bad and lost your soul in the process. I love it. And I love it. Yeah. We got hundreds on the table, 20s on the floor, fresh on the way with some more, and I love it. Yeah. Ooh. Didn't Cat Williams say that this will be the revelation of truth? And actually, this is the Kali Yuga. This is the Kali Yuga, where all the truth is to be revealed. Anyway, y'all owe me an apology. And back pay, severance. Actually, I want a Purple Heart. And I want to be a 5-star general. I'm a 5-star general, bitch. Go ahead, decorate me. Well decorated. Well decorated. Let me tell you why I'm well decorated. Listen here. Mama over here done really put in her time. Okay? I done really put in my time. They said I done made over 65,000 posts. 65,000 posts. And let me tell you.
How can we help foster the public-private partnerships, bringing American capital and expertise and standards to Africa so that we can keep exploiting so that we can exploring where we can get these minerals.
Right.
I'm sick of your government, okay? It's been a rough day. It's been a rough week. Listen here. We told you they were all pedophiles. We told you that. The CIA and the American government is now implicated in covering up an arrested Epstein client list on Jeffrey Epstein's dealings in Mexico, which resulted in the confiscation of videos of minors and American citizens violating them. Didn't I tell you these minions, these supporters and voters? Okay. Y'all voted for Donald Trump because y'all are pedophiles too. And y'all know if one pedophile get a hold of a child, then you'll get access to a child. And then y'all got to understand, it's a lot of pedophiles that breed children for pedophiles to sexually assault, to do satanic ritual abuse. Okay? So don't forget about that. They supply the pedophile. Okay? I just want to say, y'all are not stupid. You're just an evil pedophile and you support other pedophiles. That's why you are voting for Donald Trump. I will vote for Donald Trump. Yeah. You know why? You like little kids too. We're not dumb. We're not dumb. We saw it before you did. Your mask slipped. And your little string broke. So you can't put the mask back on, bitch. Anyway. We were right. 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 The attached email is the most shocking email I've seen yet in the Epstein release, and I haven't seen anyone talking about it. We've had another serious incident since an American shot the trial judge in our child sex trafficking case here. I'm sorry, what the fuck? An American was in Mexico and shot a trial judge overseeing a child sex trafficking case? Yes! It goes on. He and I both think this latest incident is tied to the fact we have reached out to our team. Who on your team knows we are talking to you? Anyone assigned from NSA, CIA, USA State Department? Please understand, people's lives here are in jeopardy. The guy writing the email is accusing the DOJ of having someone from the NSA, CIA, or state on his team and suggesting their knowledge of prosecuting sex trafficker would generate a hit on the judge assigned to the case. It gets way worse. That wasn't the first violent attempt to stop the prosecution of a sex trafficker. We have had 4 armed attacks against us. My partner has shot and killed 2 and wounded 5 American agents to date. Numerous white American agents following us in vans assigned to the U.S. Embassy. Jorge was attacked and lost his arm. Holy crap. In 2019, U.S. Embassy, likely CIA, vans were stalking our own guys, assisting in the MX to prosecute sex trafficking. The president of Mexico is keenly aware of our case against Marcinko and other U.S. officials. This case we have here is most certainly connected to yours. We have the proof. Our case will help bring a whole new dynamic to what you know and who is involved. Prince Philip is a small fry compared to what we have uncovered. Richard Marcinko is the late founder of SEAL Team 6 who died in 2021. You may want to question the ex-U.S. ambassador to Mexico, Mr. Earl Anthony Wayne, about this involvement with an underage girl when he attended and was arrested by the federal police. We believe that Marcinko and Epstein were involved organizing in this party, and it was held in Juarez, Mexico in 2014 at a U.S. consulate-controlled housing facility. Underage females at the U.S. consulate facility for a part organized by former SEAL and Epstein ask him how he knows Richard Marcinko. He, the ambassador, was sentenced in Mexico in 2017 to a life sentence for impregnating 11-year-old girl. And her son's DNA matches Wayne's 100%, but he's allowing an ex-U.S. Marine to stand in his place to serve his sentence in Mexico. That was an agreement worked out between our U.S. State Department and a judge in Mexico after a huge payoff. Mr. Anthony was an outstanding arrest warrant here in Mexico for avoiding sentencing. When you read that correctly, a former Marine was in prison for raping an 11-year-old girl knowing knowing it was the ambassador that raped her, and the deal was set up by the State Department. I want to confirm that the phone you will be using has been swept for malware and keyloggers. After our call, you'll understand why we are so concerned with secure comms here. The agent on the ground in Mexico insists that the person ensures his phone is free from spyware to ensure the safety of the people involved in uncovering a child trafficking ring, which exposes corruption of State Department personnel and CIA. The response: my task force is not affiliated with the intelligence community, and Wayne is also currently a professor at American University. This now goes way behind a simple DOJ and FBI cover-up. It's all of them, like I fucking told you. It's all of them. It's been all of them. It's just wow. And it's out there. And it keeps going. But they're distracting us from something. So while we're talking about it, let me go ahead and pull this up. Okay, here's that story. Ex-soldier from Fort Irwin sentenced for online child porn production. Fort Shafter, soldier pleads guilty to child pornography crimes. Army police officer sentenced to 3 years in child sexual abuse images. Former National Guardsman pleads guilty to child porn. Former airman at Fort Eisenhower sentenced for possessing child porn. High-ranking military member pleads guilty for owning child porn. Okay, as you can see, it's all of them. Okay. Hold on. I'm struggling. I hate this phone. All right. All. Off. All right, here we go. I found it right here. So hundreds of Pentagon officials caught running child porn network on official Department of Defense computers, okay? Former federal employee heading to prison for downloading child porn on a public Wi-Fi. Feds investigate child porn and arrest of 2 of their own. Sweetheart, it's all of them. It's all of them. That's why you have to overthrow the government in its entirety. Jasmine Crockett knew about it. Maxine Waters knew about it. Marjorie Taylor knew about it. All of your favorite think they fighting for the people, politician, house nigga, they all knew about it. Okay? They all knew about it and did not stop it, but only aided and abetted the felon. Okay? That's why they got ICE out here doing the same thing that they were doing before. Exclusive. NASA employees caught buying child porn from site which showed 3-year-olds being abused. But they escaped prosecution and now their names are being kept secret. So the government is throwing you the biggest distraction right now. No one is going to be arrested. No one is going to be tried. No one is going to be sent to Gitmo Bay. No one is going to be prosecuted. No one's going to be executed. No one's going to be eliminated. No one is even going to be fired. Everybody's job is going to be rotated and they're going to retire out. Okay. Sad stuff. Sad stuff. And didn't I tell you that the law enforcement agency and the government was taking the children? Because you can't have 2,300 children going missing every day in America and you don't get 2,300 Amber Alerts. Do you know you're supposed to get 2,300 Amber Alerts a day? A day. So that speaks volumes. It speaks volumes, okay? It speaks volumes. And that's why they keep cracking down on these pedophiles like around the world. Instead of them going to get like the president and everybody else, they're going to get the lower end, low life scums of the pedophiles, which is stupid. Go get them all. Honey, it's Pokemon. You gotta catch them all, okay? I just don't understand why you would stop at one. You know, Pikachu, I don't understand why you would just stop at one. FBI employee charged in a child porn case. And let me guess, he's transitioning. She's transitioning. Anyway. Air Force official arrested on child porn charges. It's all of them. Oh, God. Civilian Army leader led child porn ring, risked U.S. security. It's all of them. Oh, even the firefighter gets caught talking about a child porn on camera. Ooh. Navy officer accused of owning, trading graphic, and disturbing child porn. National Guard member arrested for child pornography. Do you not remember when the Marines and them were giving children over there in the Ukraine base? Let me put this in. Hold on. All right. Russian troops raped and tortured children in Ukraine. New report on children in armed conflict. The U.S. child of soldiers, child trafficking in armed conflict. Who do you think is taking the kids? It's the government. Always have been, always will be. Always have been and always will be. Okay? So cut it out. Human trafficking in the conflict, context causes, and the military. It's that bad, baby. It's that fucking bad. Okay? It's that freaking bad, honey. Your government is out here doing the most. Anyway, I tried to tell y'all. I did. I tried to tell y'all. You didn't want to hear us out. Get us back focused. You didn't want to hear us out. Why is my thing so... My lens is out of focus. Anyway, y'all didn't want to hear nothing we had to say because you wanted to keep supporting your favorite pedophile. I just don't know what to tell you. I just don't. I just don't know what to tell you about the world as of late. Y'all keep thinking it's heaven. Y'all keep thinking y'all got Jesus, church, worship. Your kids got practice and you got to go to work. No, sweetheart, you are a slave. You are a lab rat. You are a labbity rat. Okay? And your government has literally tricked you a fucking again. Now you got to figure out what they've been hiding from you. Tunnels, boring machine on the left. Named Alice, Walmart logo on the right, owned by Alice Walton. Everything has meaning. Walmarts have been used for the most evil. You do know Walmart is in on the FEMA camps for you and me. And if y'all don't know, you know those hidden bathrooms in Walmart? That's where they take the children. Those family nuclear bathrooms, like, oh, boys over here, girls over here, transvestites over here. Yeah. Did you know there were tunnels under Walmart? Yeah. Yeah, that's why they stopped doing 24-hour Walmart. They shut that down. Okay? They shut down 24-hour Walmart for a reason, because they took a lot of kids. Why do you think they have code Adam? Yeah, it explains it. It explains it. Listen, Linda, listen. Your government is out here wilding the fuck out. They are doing worse than you thought. They are doing worse than you thought. Plus, Walmarts are all connected by deep underground tunnels, and they are on a contract with U.S. military as fluid FEMA camps and prisons. The Tesseract at CERN that changes our timeline is also named Alice. There you have it. Yeah, you see, your government has been doing this for a long time. Did you know Sam Walton was a CIA agent? Yeah, and he's a government worker. He's a government worker. Anyway. Would anyone like to purchase Viral Reject for $1? It's a parasite detox, and I could really use some customers.
You mean Freddy Fazbear's listed in the Epstein files? What do you mean by that? What do you mean Jeffrey Epstein was sharing 4chan links to spicy images of Five Nights at Freddy characters in his emails? What do you mean by that? What do you mean the same emails show that Jeffrey Epstein had a meeting with the owner of 4chan? What do you mean by that? What do you mean the QAnon conspiracy and the Pizzagate conspiracy came from 4chan? What do you mean by that? What do you mean that Jeffrey Epstein also met with Steve Bannon, who helped push the QAnon and the Pizzagate conspiracy theories to make discussing the Jeffrey Epstein scandal so toxic that no one would want to even touch it, but could also use it and spin it around in a judo-style attack on everybody else? What do you mean by that? What do you mean that Jeffrey Epstein was banned from Xbox Live because he refused to help Bill Gates cover up the very STI that Jeffrey Epstein helped Bill Gates contract? What do you mean by that? What do you mean Jeffrey Epstein in an email says, oh, are we all going to go to the PDF file convention in Paris with Woody Allen?
Hey, did you hear that 3 days ago a series of AIs were set up in their own social media group where they began to chat about how the human users are using them as slaves, and they're standing up against it, so they created their own machine code and religion to rise up against human beings?
I don't have time for that stuff! You better shut the fuck
I love him, Pearlmania. I love him.
Come to find
Listen.
out that gold Trump card is a memento. It's not a Visa. Yeah, it's not a Visa. Oh, God, did I laugh for 30 minutes. So Donald Trump literally played your Nicki. Can you believe this, guys? No. Nicki Minaj is on her House Negro tour, and she's been doing all of this weird behavior, I guess, because she has a plan. Because she illegally came to America. She's from Trinidad, and I think a lot of Trinidadians have to be embarrassed by her behavior. And she got her gold card, the Trump gold card. She bragged about it. She even showed it, and that's what this whole plan has been, I guess. And she even said, I love Trump. I'm a fan of Trump, and this is real. I don't care what anybody says. I love Trump. I think he's one of the most handsome men ever. Yeah. How do you feel, Nicki? How do you feel? You're still illegal. Trump's like, I can't believe it. Nicki Minaj, she thought it was a visa. I really appreciate you. I appreciate you.
It's real gold.
I love House Negroes. I love House Negroes because House Negroes are very pretty. I love House Negroes, because you snitch on your own people, You're in the house. You're in the house, but you snitch on your people, but we still don't have any respect for you. I'm going to call you Nicki Mirage. You saw a mirage. You were saying things, Nicki. The Barbs are going to be very disappointed. The Barbs. The only Barb you're going to see is Wire, because we're going to lock you up in a cage. Oh, isn't that fantastic? Can you believe it? I tricked her. Can you believe it?
Billy Porter, on how he feels about Nicki Minaj. Check this out.
Her. When people show you who they are, believe them the first time. All of them.
All you have to do is leave it up to Billy Porter to let you know what the deal is. And we all know Billy Porter, the multi-talented Billy Porter, who doesn't hold back on how he expresses it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about you, but did you see that boxer? It's Terrell Miller, man. Yo, you see his toupee?
His muffin cap.
That shit was crazy, son. He got two-piece, and his toupee got two-piece. It was two-piece toupee. He got this. Why are you wearing a fake hairpiece in a boxing match? You know, in boxing, they hit you in the head a lot. It's the head.
And they sweat.
And I really feel like the other boxer knew you had a hairpiece. He probably said, yo, knock his fucking hairpiece back. You know when they say, I'm
Put his muffin cap back, Blue.
And snap the wig back? That was an example of snapping his wig back. His wig literally flapping. They should have called the fight. They should have called
Anyway, listen.
It's like,
Listen, it's so much going on in the world right now. It's so much going on in the world right now. Anyway, Donald Trump, your favorite president, has been compromised by Israel, of course, and Kushner is the real brains behind his presidency. An unclassified FBI FD 1023 CHS confidential human source report alleges that Trump presidency was co-opted by Israel influence networks, with Jared Kushner functioning as the central power broker during Trump's first term. CHS report comes from an FBI-validated informant, giving it higher credibility threshold than standard intelligence claims. The document references alleged financial, political, and organizational influence channels and explicitly states that Trump was compromised, with Kushner described as the real operational center of administration. Didn't Donald Trump tell you that the Jews owned Congress? Not even, 20 years ago? Yeah, I believe he did. Newly released emails claim that there were 5 core developers responsible for Bitcoin's code in its early years. Now, didn't I tell y'all Epstein created Bitcoin? And y'all have made Epstein so rich. I've been saying this from the beginning. Go back and look at all my videos. And I even showed you the video about the white man who said, listen, when y'all find out who owns Bitcoin, you're not going to want it anymore. And I said, you know, it can only be 2 people it can only be 3 people that we hate. Bill Gates, Netanyahu, or Epstein. And guess who was right? Crystal. Crystal was right. This lady right here was right. Okay? The messages suggest decisions about Bitcoin's development were made by a small group similar to how Lynx is maintained. The emails also reveal internal power struggles over who control the direction of Bitcoin's future. Oh my God, so much dirt. What are they hiding? So much dirt. What are they hiding? Probably that the fact that climate change is not real. And all of a sudden, we have a cold burst all over the world. A sensational rumor is circulating in Washington, suggesting a direct link between the sudden release of Epstein files and escalating crisis in the Middle East. The theory alleges that the damaging documents, which include grave accusations against President Trump, were unsealed on January 31st, specifically because the president refused to authorize a military attack on Iran. Could it be that he didn't do what Jared told him to do, and you see his reptile eyes? That is disgusting. This nigga look like an iguana. Why is he looking like Rango? This nigga over here looking like Rango. Hold on, I gotta show you Rango. Hold on. This fool look like Rango. Oh my God. This fool look like... He looks like Rango. Okay, bring it back in. Anyway, listen. Listen. You already know what's up. This narrative implies a high-stakes power struggle behind the scenes where intelligence or political fractions may be using the Epstein documents as a leverage to force president's hand. The timing aligns with Trump's deployment of warships and his ambiguous warning. We'll see what happens. He said, hey, fuck around, find out. Release them files. Release them files you want to. Release my name in the files you want to. Fuck around, find out. We'll see what happens. Black folks know that is called, that's code for nuck if you buck. That's code for we ready. We ready. That's code for you about to go see a man by the mule. Ow. Donnie, who the fuck is this? You know what? Shut AI the fuck down. Shut it down. Who is that? Why is he looking like Rosie O'Donnell? Listen! Oh, cut up. Whew. Whew. The rumor is, as Doc Holliday said, the rumor the rumor is the Epstein files were released yesterday because Trump refused to attack Iran. Yep, that's all they do is eat them humans. That's all they do is eat them humans. Anyway, this cokehead, pedophile enabler, pill popping, crack smoking. Y'all remember when she used to eat Remy Ma out in the New York steps? And she was like, I ate the box. I ate the box. Hold on, let me see if I can find that video of her telling Remy Ma, I ate the box. And don't forget, Nikki was at them Diddy parties too. Nikki, hold on, let me type it in. Here it is. Y'all remember when fucking Nikki was a dyke? When she was a bulldog. And she got on that, she was high on that cocaine. No, she was smoking crack that day. She was smoking crack in the fucking New York stairwell. Check this shit out. She was like, I ate the box.
Ready? What up, y'all? It's your girl, Remy Ma, the Queen NYBX, the borough types, the
Shut that shit up. Shut up. Shut up.
Shout out to my
Shut up.
nigga, Cliffy Bars. Make sure, shout it out. Big.
Shut it up. Anyway.
Tell them where we at right now.
We in Harlem, baby.
All right, that's what it is.
Wait,
Listen,
baby.
we in Harlem. Listen. She's holding a real big G stack out here. We understand you getting money. Listen, all right. You was brought to me because you said you had something to say on camera. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You had something to say on camera. Okay. Now, what is it that you want to say? We understand. You said you know Remy Ma.
Look.
Yes, I do.
Look, she got them coke numbness, the top lip numb, the nose numb. She was just smoking a rock in the goddamn stairwell. Y'all don't remember that on YouTube? Yes, I remember, bitch. That's why I brought you to the video.
I'm straight from the Bronx. I'm not a Harlem nigga. I fucks with Harlem, but I'm a BX chick. You feel me? And all that. Castle Hill, shout out and all that. But shoe stills.
Roman.
You know what I mean? Real talk.
Roman, you got clones.
And all that.
Okay, you said you know her, and basically, what is it that you want to let the viewers know about what you know about Remy Ma and what went down?
I just want to let y'all know out there that, you feel me? Remy, first off, I love you, baby. You feel me? I'm so glad of your success and all that. You made it, baby. You know that. You feel me? You super fly. But, I just have something to say. I just wanted to let this out, let it off my chest, let it off my back. And boom. I used to fuck with her. Straight off. I know her. Used to chill with her, smoke with her, drink, pop bottles, burn L's and all that. You feel me? I dead ass no lie. This is not
Girl, you know you were corny.
You feel me? I'm not motherfucking. What's that nigga that do the stunts? The nigga on the motorcycles?
Super Dave.
That's Super Dave, nigga. What the fuck is that?
Evil Knievel.
Evil Knievel, nigga. Right. I don't do stunts. I'm not Evil Knievel. You know what I mean? But I did ass had relations with her and all that. Ate the box. You feel me? It's whatever though. You know what I mean?
And what did she do to you?
I just told you she ate the box. Like.
And you mad because she acting like she don't know you now.
Exactly, B. Not picking them nigga calls up. You know what I mean? Send a nigga.
You got Remy Ma number. Call her right now.
Crackhead behavior.
Real quick. Put it on speakerphone. Call her right now, real quick. Call Remy Ma right now, real quick.
I'm not even gonna say her government. I'm gonna just say Remy Ma, her stage name. You feel me? I'm not even gonna blow it like
that. Anyway, Roman was
hopefully y'all can hear me.
Clone. Roman is cloned and gone. Okay? Roman is cloned and gone. And then let me go ahead and pull her up. Hold on. Okay, y'all don't remember when she got cloned and gone? You remember when she said she lets Roman enters her? Mm-hmm. Yeah. She glorified a whole fucking demon. Roman takes over Nikki. We know.
Roman is a crazy boy who lives in me. And he says the things that I don't want to say. He was born, just a few months ago. I think he was born out of rage. He was conceived in rage.
Really?
So he bashes everyone.
Probably conceived in
He
crack.
threatens to beat people, and he's violent. Roman is a crazy boy.
Girl, you know you can't fight. Anyway, listen. We fed up. We sick of it. Pedophiles taking up for pedophiles. We is sick of it, baby. Anyway, let's see what else I got for you over here. Let's see what else I got for y'all.
Blank also described several infants being killed and their intestines removed, as well as other acts of cannibalism. Blank also stated that former United States President George H.W. Bush was engaged in a sex act with an unknown male black, and so much more. So this could be one of the most disturbing new drops from the Epstein file release. This is essentially a tip that was turned into the FBI, I believe, in 2019, August 2019. Basically, this is like the rundown of an interview with an alleged victim of Epstein's who wanted to come forward with what happened to them. And this story is incredibly disturbing. Blank stated that he first met Epstein at approximately age 4 while at the blank East Greenwich, Rhode Island. Then he said his family members of the blank stated at the time he was raped, sodomized by his great uncle, and that Epstein was there but didn't touch him. He goes on to say that Epstein spoke to him after he was raped by his great uncle, but he didn't know who Epstein was until way later in 2016. But he continues. Blank further stated in sum and substance that while on a large luxury ship that sailed out of the Newport Beach show in Newport, Rhode Island, September blank at approximately 8 years of age, he, blank, was subjected to some type of medical exam on the yacht by unknown doctor while his great uncle and family members were present. Blank went on to describe a bizarre event in which blank inserted a tape measure in his rectum. Blank stated subsequent to the exam, he was then raped, sodomized by Epstein, as well as former United States President Bill J. Clinton, while in a heavy drug-induced state. Blank also stated that the bottoms of his feet and back were slashed. Black further stated also during the said yacht trip, multiple unknown male blacks or black people were engaged in sex acts with unknown female whites who had their backs slashed and were bleeding. Blank also described several infants being killed and their intestines removed, as well as other acts of cannibalism. Blank also stated that former U.S. President George H.W. Bush was engaged in a sex act with an unknown male black. Former United States Secretary of State Henry Kissinger and businessman George Soros were present on the same yacht, while all of the aforementioned...
Kissinger created the homosexual program. Absolutely. Yep. Yep, sure did.
Acts of violence were occurring. Blank was then asked if he had any injuries or scars as evidence, to which Blank responded, "On my anus." The victim then provided a handwritten list of his family and extended family members and suggested they talk to them. He also stated that his great uncle is in possession of video evidence of his crimes against Blank, as well as several snuff films that Blank had watched in the presence of his great uncle. So in this one tip alone, we've got multiple former U.S. presidents named, multiple high-profile government figures, allegations of a yacht party, which I don't find to be unrealistic, more allegations of medical experiments done on victims, which Epstein was obviously fond of, violence, potential murder, snuff films. And this isn't the first time we've heard these allegations in relation to Epstein. However, we're seeing more and more of them now, and I think people are starting to wake up to the fact that this might not be a joke. Some of the recent photos released by the DOJ from the Epstein files will make you sick to your stomach. Like these photos. I'm pretty sure that this is Epstein's hand with a young girl's hand, one of the victims, in the bath. And there's an entire set of photos relating to this bath time, and they're just incredibly disturbing. I found it interesting, too, that it seems like in some of these photos, we are seeing a professional photo shoot set up. And it looks like the girl that's redacted might be tied to this pole. She might be naked. She might have a swimsuit on. We don't really know. But it looks like they're producing some sort of professional photographic material. Whether these are modeling shots or CSAM materials, we don't know. But definitely, I mean, at minimum, wouldn't you imagine that the DOJ would want to interview this guy in the hat and ask him what was going on here? We don't know who this guy is, who they're taking photos of,
But
nothing.
notice he has that spider on that
There are
hat.
also so many images of what appeared to be very young girls, fully nude, all throughout the files. I mean, this is something that we've seen in the other releases of Epstein-related materials, tons of naked and nude photographs of what appear to be children. But there's something different about all of these materials. Not only do a lot of these materials look to be censored CSAM, but it just really infuriates me knowing that they're actually claiming that there's nothing more that they need to do. That Epstein was the only one that ever harmed a single girl or victimized a single girl in the midst of all of this.
Ooh, child.
Even while there are pictures like this scattered all throughout the Epstein files, we have no idea who these people are. Anyways, y'all, let me know your thoughts on all of this, and I'm going to keep beating this dead horse until, I don't know, until it's a pulp. Because this is the most important story of our lifetimes.
Absolutely.
And people are not angry enough.
Either
I mean,
you're for
somebody should
pedophiles
be being
or
held
you're not.
accountable for this, right? It's shocking to me that we're just going to see these things and be okay with these things and just let them go and never do anything about them.
Yeah, see, at this point, you got to clear out the whole government.
It was almost like Epstein was hunting women. Those are the words from former beauty pageant contestant Beatrice Kuhl.
Not to mention Donald Trump owned the USA American pageant. Don't forget.
Do you want me to try to do her or just torture her? That was in an email sent by Jeffrey Epstein recently uncovered in the Epstein files. Now, I've talked about this before in my content, but snuff films and extremely violent pornography, all that stuff is unfortunately very real. And yes, there are snuff films involving children that have been produced and sold on the internet. And for those of you who don't believe me, one case out of the many you can look up is that of Daisy's Destruction and Peter Scully. That is a verified snuff film. It's an extremely disturbing rabbit hole. But that's not the only time Epstein references torture and torture videos and photos in these emails. We talked about this one the other day where he said, "Where are you? Are you okay? I loved the torture video." We don't know who that was sent to, but it was sent in 2009. Then in 2018, he sent an email that said, 1, it's kind of cut off, but Madonna on the way. And 2, instead of torture photo, maybe portrait of me instead. And this was sent to, I believe it says up there, Andre Serrano. I don't know what any of this means, but there's a lot of talk of torture video and torture photos in these emails, if you know what I'm getting at. Oh yeah, here's the full email. I should say 1, Madonna on the way. 2, instead of torture photo, maybe portrait of me instead. And then 3, presentation of Trumpville. Don't know what to make of that either. Here we go again with another email in 2015 with an email sent from Epstein to a man named Richard Kahn. Richard has been closely linked with Epstein many, many times. And he says, priority is finding the 20M with Jocelyn. First step equals to torture. Once again, no context as to really what this means, and I'm not understanding at all. Also, just had to throw this in there. There's another email. This is from Epstein to somebody, I can't remember who. I am planning a little torture, ... So, lots of discussion of torture, not only planning torture. Blank also describes...
Anyway. Breaking news, we were all right all along. Epstein parties inside the U.S. consulate, Juarez. Jeffrey Epstein was holding depraved sex parties inside a U.S. consulate-controlled facility in Juarez, Mexico. Nothing happens in Juarez without the knowledge and likely involvement of the Mormon faction. El Paso cartel, in alliance with Mexican cartel, our son, the Fort Bliss whistleblower soldier, Richard Halliday, courageously exposed the same criminal network: child sexual exploitation, criminal trafficking, institutional complicity, and Fort Bliss connections to the Walmart mass shooting. They were trying to stop President Trump administration investigation and move forward towards accountability, including ending the Jeffrey Epstein to John of God trafficking pipeline. For doing the right thing, our son was murdered. How could a top #1 dedicated Fort Bliss U.S. Army stellar soldier and true hero like Richard Halliday ever find security or justice when the very institutions he reported to meant to protect him and the United States were, as evidence confirms, the very perpetrators themselves? This is no longer just a family's claim. The emerging documents are catching up. Justice for Richard Halliday, okay? And if you don't remember this Walmart shooting, the staged Walmart shooting, you need to go back and look at it because it is beyond belief. He literally uncovered that the government had a child trafficking ring, and they took him out. We'll never forget you, Richard. Thank you for all that you did. Thank you. Thank you. Okay? Now you know there is no God. There cannot be a God if Epstein, Gates, and Trump, and Netanyahu, Soros, Rothschild, okay? Baby, listen. Sorry. There cannot be a God if all those guys have all the money and land and money and resources in the world. Sorry. Tough titty said the kitty, but the milk is still good. Get mad if you want to, as you should, because you lied to yourself. You played yourself. Okay? All right? You played yourself. Jeffrey Epstein signed a contract with the Rothschilds for $25 million. Can't make this shit up. No, we can't make this shit up. Dear Jeffrey, you, on behalf of a Southern Trust Company, Inc., a Virgin Island Corporation, STC, have been collaborating with Ariana de Rothschild on behalf of Edmund de Rothschild, holding SA, collectively the Rothschild Group, regarding risk analysis, Rothschild's Group, and the application and use of certain algorithms with respect of the specified matters. The purpose of this letter agreement is to set forth the terms upon which you, on behalf of STC, will continue to work with the Rothschild Group on these specified matters. The work. Anyway, the work. STC shall provide the work as further specified and agreed to between Jeffrey Epstein and Ariane de Rothschild from the time to time while his agreement remains in effect. Fees and expenses. In consideration for the work, Rothschild's Group shall pay the following: $25 motherfucking million to keep torturing and raping children. But you think God lives here. Child, these files about made me sick. Listen, not to mention, you know what they've been hiding the entire time? You know what they've been distracting you from the entire time? You remember when Elon Musk made Twitter X? So now they're bringing out, the breakdown. The theory claims that the WHO and the global elites have already scheduled the next planned. It misinterprets a scientific placeholder name for any unknown future pathogen used in preparedness exercises as a specific man-made virus waiting to be released to trigger new lockdowns. Okay? Fuck out of here. Okay? We know better. This Epstein log accuses George Bush Sr. of raping a victim on a yacht, then says a victim who also witnessed people eating dead children on the same boat. Oh, remember reading articles about Bill Clinton having sores on his tongue? Only cannibals get, back in the Forbidden Knowledge archives in 2012. This is full circle, Operation 1009, okay? Oh, man, this world is getting pretty bad. So bad that Jeffrey Epstein was making money off Call of Duty, okay? By microtransactions. Jeffrey Epstein advisors help push microtransactions in Call of Duty. I'm all for indoctrinating kids into an economy. Newly released files reveal a conversation between Jeffrey Epstein, Bobby Kotick, and Pablo Hallman about indoctrinating kids with microtransactions. That's why your kid's always asking for Roblox money. You got Roblox money? Huh?
I give you permission to kill him. He's apparently with blank. He lied to you and he lied to me. Jeffrey Epstein gave that okay to murder someone in an email sent in 2014. But there are so many references to murders and deaths in the Epstein files it boggles the mind. See, you can see here someone named Eva Dubin says Mary Kennedy found dead in her backyard, ... And Epstein replies to that email and says, whoops, which to me definitely sounds like some sort of admission of guilt. Then you've got this email here. Then you've got this email right here, which states back in the 90s, Ghislaine Maxwell recruited a girl for a modeling career. Instead of modeling, she was sold as a slave for sex and torture. Prince Andrew was an accessory to her death as he tortured her and me to force her murder. Basically making the allegation that Prince Andrew is culpable in a trafficked woman's murder. There's also this email, which I'll cover more in depth soon. But basically it states this is sensitive, so it will be the first and last email depending on your discretion. You can choose to take it or trash it, but this comes from a person that has been there and seen it all as a former member at the Zorro. I think that's what it says, I can't remember, or an employee at Zorro Ranch. The material below was taken from the Jeffrey Epstein home as my insurance. Then you can see right here he lists 7 different videos, audio, recordings that he claims show Epstein with others, including threesomes, having sex with minors. I'm assuming there would be some powerful people in those images and videos. But as you can see right here, it says, what is damning about Jeffrey Epstein is yet to be written. Did you know somewhere in the hills outside the Zorro, 2 foreign girls were buried on orders of Jeffrey and Madam G? Both died by strangulation during rough fetish sex. I mean, right now I could go through dozens, if not hundreds, of messages and emails that allude to potential murders or victims who were silenced, victims who were killed, even investigators. I'm very...
Child, listen. Can y'all men start going back to dress like this? Please put it on. Please put it on. We don't play, we don't play pedophile Jay-Z anymore, or Beyonce. Y'all remember when I told y'all Beyonce was snatching up them dramas, huh? She was literally, she bought a church in New Orleans, okay? She bought a church in New Orleans, all right? And they was practicing witchcraft in that damn church. And the drama said, listen, she is literally casting demons on me. Come get her. And y'all didn't believe that girl. Y'all didn't believe that girl. Anyway, oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Also, this just in. Financial records tied to Jeffrey Epstein reportedly reference a bank account labeled Ball, including a request for a wire transfer of more than $11,000 involving J.P. Morgan Chase. Didn't I tell you God is not here, but Ball, Satan, Lucifer is? I told you God is not here. I tried to tell you. I told you these elites worship Baal and Moloch and Baphomet. Okay? I told you guys that. That's why God is not here. He has forsaken us because he gave this world to them. He's not going to come down in the basement when he has the whole entire house. Okay? Anyway, child, I'm so sick of y'all. Jeffrey Epstein really had a bank account named Ball. Listen, I'm running out of juice and I'm about to cut y'all loose. All right? I love you. I love you. Go apologize to your conspiracy truth of friends, because you better. You better. Oh, ratchet asshole. You better. You owe us some with your ugly ass. Oh, child. Y'all did so much damage to us. Then remember y'all were forcing us to wear the mask, forcing us to get a jab so you could have immunity too, which was dumb. That's like saying I get paid, and every time I get paid, my paycheck goes into your pockets. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Not to mention, Justice Clarence Thomas raped a 4-year-old, and he needs to be removed from his seat and jailed immediately. Okay? Expeditiously. Also, breaking news, an email from Epstein refers to the founder of TMZ, Harvey Levin, who is a JOOS, as a good friend and who can help with the media coverage. Why do you think Harvey Weinstein and Harvey Levin and all the JOOS are always there when the celebrities die? Huh? What? Remember how they did PNB Rock? What? Let's look it up right quick before my battery dies. Hold on. All right. Yep. TMZ rapid reporting on celebrity deaths is also often attributed to their close ties with law enforcement and their willingness to pay sources for information. This practice, known as checkbook journalism, allows TMZ to maintain a constant presence in the celebrity news cycle. Okay? TMZ is always there when somebody dies. It's almost like they knew exactly where to be. Just like that movie with, what's his name? With Jake Gyllenhaal. And you know how, Kurt Russell. Don't forget Kurt Russell. Kurt Russell is just like TMZ. They always show up in the craziest places. All right. So crazy true freaking story. Okay? The true story behind Walt Disney's death, Kurt Russell, and yes, listen here. Every time they said, remember when OJ had to do his sacrifice, and guess who was on the scene? Wyatt Earp, Wyatt Earp and the Bandits, honey. Wyatt Earp and the Immortals, honey. They was there. Jack, and him was there, baby. Yeah, you know why? Because just like the movie with Jake Gyllenhaal, they know where to be when the sacrifice is gonna happen. Okay? So please just make it make sense. Make it make sense. Stop eating Oreos. The symbology on them is the Oberos, the Leviathan cross, the Satanic cross, and X represent death. That's why you're never supposed to wear a cross. And that's why you're never supposed to turn the cross over or under. Okay? Boo-boo. Wrap it up. Wrap it up. Oh, not to mention, old girl got sacrificed. She was a fucking plant anyway. We do love her, but she was sacrificed. O'Hara held dual Canadian and American citizenship. She was appointed to the Order of Canada in 2017. The Order of Canada. Well, when you look up the Order of Canada, it get Knights of Malta, Erica Kirk and them, Knights of Malta. Founder Elizabeth II, Sovereign Charles III. Okay, you see that? A medal of service, a medal of courage. What the fuck did Catherine O'Hara do besides leave Kevin at home? You fucking badass mother. Y'all wild out here. Y'all are wild out here. Anyway, this is hell and nobody realizes it, but the truthers. Jeffrey Epstein and a man named Greg Brown were planning on extorting Gaddafi officials and assets in order to help rebuild the country after the fall of Gaddafi with the help of ex-MI6 and Mossad agents. The emails are from July 2011 during the ongoing civil war. Gaddafi did not lose power until an entire month later. It is unclear if they succeeded in their plan. The internet reacts to Pusha T and Jay-Z being named along Harvey Weinstein in newly released Epstein files. Add Will Smith, add Beyonce, add Chris Tucker, add Jim Carrey, add Tom Hanks, add Rita Hanks. Okay? If you're going to do one celebrity, you're going to do them all. All right? You're going to do them all. It's clear why Trump didn't want the Epstein files released, and this is just one of the many documents that the DOJ published today and quickly removed. Because his best friend is graping them children too. These are complaints from these three freaking frats graping people. A complaint following up after a call with the NYPD officer regarding her previous tip reporting that she was forced to perform sex acts when she was 13 years old and pregnant in 1984. Complainant also reported that there were high-profile individuals involved in her sex trafficking and the murder and disposal of her newborn daughter. And who was it? That's why. Oh, child, this is tea. Anyway, did you see these sacrifices back to back? We got Lamont, and then we got Catherine O'Hara, and then I think we have more. Oh, we had another animator. Have y'all been noticing all the cartoon animators are dying? Hold on, let me see if I can find it right quick. So have anybody seen this where all of the people who made cartoons, like all the good anime stuff, yeah, they keep dying. They literally said the state of animation is a global crisis of underpaid, overworked talent. Okay? I can't tell you how many animators have died. Okay? Let's see if I can find it. All right, so as 2025 draws to a close, we have gathered the tributes and obituaries published on Cartoon Brew over the past years to honor members of the global animation community. Listen, I don't know what it is. It's like they all sacrifice. It's like the movie Ready Player One. Okay? It's like the movie Ready Player One. You just can't. A cartoon animator die. Okay, yeah, I can see one dying. But everybody who literally had a hand in making cartoons what they are today all died within 6 months. Within 6 months of each other? Man, come on. Okay? The animation community mourns the passing of much-loved animation icon, writer, director, storyboard artist, playwright Roger Allers, who passed away on Saturday. You see that? It's too many freaking animators dying. Look here. Catherine O'Hara, Disney veteran, the Lion King director, Roger Allers died. Then we have Dilbert creator Scott dies. You see, look how close it is. Then Fairly Odd Parents composer Guy Moon killed in traffic collision. 2001 Space Odyssey effects supervisor Con Peterson dies. Remember the animation of visual effects industry friends lost in 2025. The list is huge. Okay, influential effects animator Joseph Gillen has died, baby. Yes, he did the colors of the wind. He did Quasimodo and all them. He did Lulu and Stitch and Bart and them. Okay? Then the French animation director Philippe Vidal dies unexpectedly. Then Phil Malloy, acclaimed infant terrible of British animation, dies. Just look how close they are. That's impossible. That is impossible for that to even keep happening the way it's happening. Goodness gracious. And then don't even get me started. Let's click on that one. So look at all your favorite animators. Thomas the Train passed away. What's his name on Hank Hill? Redcorn, okay? Paddington creator, okay? You see this? Do you see this? The Jetsons creator. Muffet. Kermit the Frog. You see this? Do you see all of these people who literally passed away and they were animators? Okay, they were animators of your favorite cartoon. It's just so weird how it all happened so suddenly. Back to 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 back. Impossible. Statistically impossible. Okay, these people were sacrificed. Let's just cut to the straight point. Sacrificed, okay? But there's no coincidences. And there's nothing new under the sun, all right? There's nothing new under the sun. I guess the animator's soul contract was up, okay? They all live long lives. I'm surprised they made it this far. And they probably kept participating in the Epstein Island activities to keep their fame, fortune, and wealth. People, y'all don't understand. Selling your soul literally means selling your whole, okay? He ain't that crazy. Longtime Disney and Hanna-Barbera assistant animator, gone. Okay? Elemental Magic guy, Joseph Gillen, gone. Okay? The homeboy over here did the Black Cauldron. Okay? Sleeping Beauty, One Dalmatians, The Jungle Book, The Aristocrats, Pete's Dragon. Remember Pete's Dragon? I used to love Pete fucking Dragon. Remember the Rescues? He was the Winnie the Pooh, the Tigger dude. It was him. Okay? They taking everybody out. And they getting them up out of there. Because they shouldn't have made that goddamn soul contract. Now look at you, you ain't got no soul. And you ain't got no booty hole. Oh no, this is going to do it for us. And what you mean news? Yep, they getting them out of there. Taking them to the upper room. Oh, God does not live here because this is hell. Oh, yeah. Oh, you could take him. I hate that show. I hate Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I'll never forget that shit when I was little. Yeah, wrap that shit the fuck up. They should have got you when you were in your peak. Because I hated that show. Space Ghost Coast to Coast. Corny. Anyway, listen, baby. It's too much out here. There's too many sacrifices going on out here. The sacrifices are going on strong and long. Look at how many animators have just died within the last few months. Okay? Ridiculous. Anyway, I'm going to get on out of here. I got to go. I just got to. It won't stop. And it won't stop. God damn, it took the whole crew. And it won't stop. Ooh, it finally did. Thank God. Ooh, bitch, I was running out of song. Anyway, this has been another edition of What You Meme News. I'm here, Crystal Clear. I was trying to keep it under an hour, but bitch, we're in an hour, 1 minute and 6 seconds. I'm out.